Hey guys, it's Brendan here. Starting my YouTube channel finally, BMK Reacts. Uh, I just want to say before I get into my first video that this is something that I've been wanting to do for quite a while. I think for me, this is super exciting. I've kind of been in a lost place in my life, and I'm kind of like taking a step back from a lot of things and really just trying to like regain discovery of who I am and like what makes me me. Going to therapy, doing all kinds of the stuff, and trying to make myself better. And out of that, the idea that I've had for a while of starting a YouTube channel came up, and my therapist told me to just go for it. And I think for a while, like I've had a lot of pent up nerves about doing it, not because I don't think people will see how passionate I am about it, but because, you know, you never know how people could react. But my main message here is that I love film. I love talking about filmmaking, and I feel like it's a way for people to interact with each other, and filmmaking is a way to connect with people all around the world in ways that are individualistic to all of us, and it's a very subjective art, and that's what I've grown to love about it. So I do want to build a community here, and I'm just going to do this for a while just for fun and see where it goes. And if you want to stick around and subscribe and support me, that would mean a whole lot. And just know that your opinions and beliefs are valued here, and this is a place where I want to interact with people and build a community. So yeah, I really appreciate you guys tuning into this. And for today, we're going to finally be reacting to the Thor Love and Thunder trailer, #2. I specifically kept myself from watching the trailer last night when it dropped during the NBA game, and I'm super proud of that because usually I can't resist, but I knew that I wanted to make my first video this week, so this is me doing my first attempt, and I'm really looking forward to seeing this trailer finally, and I think the hype's built up for me. Big thing with this movie, Christian Bale is the main villain. He's going to be a villain named Gorr the God Butcher. I guess in the comics, he's Marvel Comics specifically, he is someone who is very powerful and has eliminated a lot of the characters in the comics. And the director, Taika Waititi, came out and said that he firmly believes that he has created Marvel's most threatening villain to date, which is something really interesting to think about because, you know, we've had the build up to Thanos in the first couple phases of Marvel, and the impact that that character had on the MCU and where it's at with the current films and TV shows on Disney Plus, for that matter. It's crazy to think that he's coming out with that much confidence to say that this is going to be a better villain than Thanos. So that's one of my biggest reasons for being excited for it, and it's the fact that it's Christian Bale. We all know Christian Bale, Dark Knight movies, with Christopher Nolan directing those. It's interesting too because he was a hero in those movies, and now we're seeing him play a villain. And from what I've heard from my brother specifically, he thought this trailer was super awesome, and Chris Hemsworth also said as such. So without further ado, let's get into the video, and yeah, thank you guys for tuning in.
Kids, get your popcorn now. Let me tell you the story of the space Viking, Thor Odinson. He was no ordinary man. He was a god. After saving planet Earth for the 500th time, Thor set off on a new journey. When he got in shape,
I love Korg.
he went from dad bod to god bod. And after all that, he reclaimed his title as the one and only
Dang.
Thor. Oh, spoke too soon. Jane? The old ex-girlfriend.
What's it been like?
Power
3,
couple.
4 years?
8 years, 7 months, and 6 days, give or take.
Am I, sensing feelings?
Well, you're right.
The only ones who gods care about is themselves.
Ayo.
This is my vow. All gods much will die. I just want to say that was very, very impressive what you did back there.
I love the costume design this time around.
He's just my first bad guy.
He looks
Never forget
insane.
You are not like the other gods of kill.
Because I have something worth fighting for.
Let's see who you are. I take off your disguise. And flick.
Sheesh! What the hell? Dude, he got jacked this time around.
We help him. And eventually, grape.
Wow. That was... Wow. That looks really good. I think comparatively to... you look at a lot of the older Thor movies, like Thor 2. That movie is probably the worst out of all the Thor movies. But this one kind of has that Ragnarok feel that Taika brought to the last one. But I'd say it's done better here. And freaking Christian Bale as Gorr. He looks menacing. Like, and I love the fact that early on, like, fans were reacting and saying that the prosthetics that would be needed to portray the comic book character accurately would take away from his performance in a lot of cases, but they really wanted it to look the way it is. But I like what they did here, because from what I understand, Gorr is a villain who evolves as he kills every new god he faces, so that's why he's going to be a big threat here. And I love the fact that they kind of, moral of the story, kept Christian Bale's face pretty much there, because you can see a lot of his facial expressions, and it's just going to allow him to act a lot better. So I think we're going to get a really strong villain in that sense, because I think we've gotten really used to like CGI villains over time, but I like when they mix a good mix of practical and CGI effects. So that looks really awesome, and I'm actually really excited now. I'm not gonna lie, the first trailer I wasn't really that excited for it, but I feel like this one got me there, seeing the villain and seeing how Christian Bale is gonna look on screen. So let me know what you guys thought, and like I said before, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Quick shout out to my friend Sebastian. He really helped me set up a lot, and he gave me a few things that I would have needed down the road, so he got me off to a great start. And I love you, man. I appreciate you so much, and you support me in a lot of ways. And I want to give a shout out to Bish too. You guys mean a lot to me, and you guys have been helping me through it a lot lately, and I hope you guys see this first reaction and feel the love, because without you guys I wouldn't have made it here. So yeah guys, thanks for tuning into my first video, and I'll catch you in the next one.